Ladies and gentlemen, there's a truth about betrayal that cuts deeply, sharper than most are willing to confront. When trust is broken, it shakes the foundation of everything you believe in. It stirs chaos within your soul and leaves you grappling with the question, why? Let's step back for a moment and consider something profound. Betrayal is not just about the act. It's a reflection of something far deeper, a fracture in character, a failure to confront the truth, and a refusal to live with integrity. If you come to examine what, this is where the story begins, not where it ends. Because from that chaos, there is an opportunity for something remarkable, growth, clarity, and strength. So you can find purpose in the negative experience of your life, and there is strength. When someone cheats, it isn't merely a mistake, it's a pattern, a set of behaviors rooted in dishonesty, not just with you, but with themselves. Cheating is the ultimate act of avoidance. It's the refusal to face what is broken, to engage with the complexity of a relationship, to do the hard work of honesty. It's a retreat into the shallow, the fleeting, and the self-serving. A man who cheats has chosen comfort over courage, escapism over effort, and yet, even in this betrayal, you are not diminished, you are not undone. It takes courage to confront the reality of betrayal. It takes resilience to look directly at the pain and decide, I will not let this define me. And that's the crux of the matter. Betrayal may wound you, but it does not destroy your worth. It's not a reflection of your value, but a revelation of someone else's character. In this moment, you have a choice. You can let the betrayal crush you, or you can rise above it. You can choose to let it shape you into someone even stronger, even wiser, and even more resolute in the pursuit of truth and dignity. Adversity, as painful as it is, has the potential to ignite a transformation. It forces you to look inward, to ask hard questions about your values, your boundaries, and your expectations. It compels you to recognize what you deserve and to refuse to settle for less. This isn't about revenge, nor is it about wallowing in anger. It's about reclaiming your power, standing firmly in your integrity, and building a life rooted in authenticity and respect. The betrayal of infidelity can shatter illusions, but it cannot break you. If you choose to confront it with courage and clarity, it becomes a moment of reckoning that propels you forward. It's an opportunity to draw lines, to assert your worth, and to walk away from anything that does not honor the truth of who you are. That's not weakness, that's strength. And in this strength, you will find freedom. When trust is broken, it's easy to internalize the betrayal, to see it as a reflection of your worth or as evidence that you are somehow lacking. But this is a misconception that must be confronted with clarity and courage. Betrayal is not about you. It is a mirror held up to the person who committed the act, exposing their inability to face themselves and their own failings. Cheating is an act of avoidance, a way to escape responsibility, and the effort required to navigate the complexities of relationships is not a statement about your value, it's a statement about their character. Understanding this distinction is critical to reclaiming your power. It frees you from the narrative that you are not enough, that you are somehow responsible for someone else's dishonesty. Betrayal stems from weakness, a refusal to engage with life's challenges authentically and honestly. It comes from the inability to confront discomfort, to communicate truthfully, or to uphold commitments. None of these shortcomings reflect on you. They reveal a fundamental lack of integrity in the one who betrays. This understanding allows you to separate yourself from the actions of others and recognize your inherent worth, regardless of their choices. When betrayal occurs, it often feels like an attack on your identity, as though it questions the very core of who you are. But the truth is, your value remains intact. It is not diminished by someone else's actions. The act of betrayal is rooted in their internal struggles. their insecurity, their fear, their inability to handle confrontation or responsibility. Recognizing this is empowering. It allows you to step back and see the situation for what it truly is. Their failure, not yours. This shift in perspective is liberating. It helps you avoid the trap of self-blame and self-doubt that betrayal can often trigger. Instead, you can begin to focus on yourself, not in a way that seeks to fix something that was never broken, but in a way that reaffirms your worth and builds your strength. This is a time to reflect on your values, your boundaries, and the life you want to build. Betrayal may hurt deeply, but it also holds the potential to clarify what you stand for and what you will no longer accept. Betrayal tests your resilience, but it also strengthens it. It challenges you to look inward, to rise above the pain, and to redefine your expectations of yourself and others. It reminds you that your worth is intrinsic, not contingent on anyone else's choices or behavior. This understanding is not just freeing, it's empowering. It shifts the narrative from one of victimhood to one of strength, from one of blame to one of clarity. In this clarity, you find a new sense of purpose. You come to see betrayal as a moment of reckoning, a painful but necessary step toward growth and self-awareness. It's an opportunity to rebuild, to realign, and to create a future rooted in authenticity and self-respect. Through this process, you reclaim your power, standing firmly in the truth that your worth is unwavering, no matter what anyone else does. Confronting the pain of betrayal is one of the most challenging things a person can do. It requires you to look directly at the chaos it creates in your life and resist the urge to turn away. Pain demands to be felt, not avoided, and finding the courage to face it head-on is a transformative act. When betrayal shatters your sense of security, it's natural to want to retreat, to hide from the emotional storm. But the only way to truly heal is to stand your ground, to acknowledge the pain, and to allow yourself to experience it fully. Courage isn't the absence of fear or pain, it's the decision to confront those things despite their weight. It takes incredible strength to face betrayal because it cuts deeply into your trust and vulnerability. Yet in this moment of vulnerability, there is immense power. To confront the pain is to declare that it will not define you. It is an act of defiance against the forces that seek to diminish you, and it's a testament to your inner resilience. You may feel broken in the moment, but choosing to face that brokenness is the first step toward rebuilding something even stronger, which is what the latter has. We see it. Facing pain is also an act of honesty. It means refusing to bury your emotions or pretend everything is fine when it isn't. Honesty with yourself is the foundation of healing, and that honesty starts with acknowledging how deeply you've been hurt. It's not weakness to feel, it's humanity. In allowing yourself to feel the depth of your pain, you begin to understand its contours, its origins, and its lessons. Avoidance only prolongs the suffering, while courageously confronting it paves the way for growth. This process of facing pain is not about dwelling in misery, it's about transformation. When you confront betrayal with courage, you begin to strip away illusions. You see people and situations more clearly, and you start to uncover truths about yourself that may have been hidden. Pain becomes a teacher, revealing your strength, your values, and your capacity to endure. It forces you to ask hard questions, but it also provides the answers you need to move forward. It forces you to ask hard questions, but it also provides the answers you need to move forward. Courage is not a one-time act, but a continual choice. Each day, you decide to face your feelings, to sit with your discomfort, and to work through it. This choice is what builds resilience. Every time you confront your pain, you reclaim a part of yourself that betrayal tried to take away. You begin to see that while betrayal may leave scars, those scars are a testament to your survival, not a mark of your weakness. Through courage, you transform pain into power. You prove to yourself that you are capable of enduring and overcoming even the deepest wounds. You emerge stronger, wiser, and more connected to your own strength. Confronting the pain of betrayal is not just about healing, it's about reclaiming your life and stepping forward with a renewed sense of purpose and self-belief. Adversity has a way of revealing the strength within you that you might not have known existed. When betrayal strikes, it shakes your world, leaving you disoriented and questioning everything. But within that turmoil lies an opportunity, a chance to tap into a reservoir of resilience that can transform pain into power. Resilience isn't about denying the hurt or pretending everything is fine. It's about standing firm in the face of adversity and finding a way to rise above it. It's about taking the chaos and using it as fuel for growth, strength, and renewal. Betrayal may feel like an insurmountable blow at first, but every step forward you take, no matter how small, is an act of defiance against the weight of despair. Resilience is built in these moments when you decide to keep going, even when it feels easier to give up. It's the quiet determination to hold on to hope and to trust that with time and effort, healing will come. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel the pain. It means you refuse to let the pain define you. It's the ability to acknowledge the scars while refusing to let them dictate your future. Each challenge you face and overcome adds to your strength. Betrayal, as painful as it is, can become a turning point, a catalyst for growth that pushes you to discover just how capable you truly are. You begin to see that your strength is not defined by avoiding difficulties, but by facing them with courage and tenacity. Resilience isn't something you're simply born with. It's something you cultivate through every experience that demands more of you than you thought you could give. It's forged in the fire of adversity, and with each trial it grows stronger. In the process of rebuilding after betrayal, resilience also teaches you to find meaning in the struggle. It's not about just surviving, it's about using the experience to become wiser, more self-awareness, and more compassionate toward yourself. The challenges force you to confront truths about yourself and the world, and through that confrontation, you gain clarity. You realize that while betrayal may change the path you're on, it doesn't have to derail your journey. Instead, it can strengthen your resolve and sharpen your focus on what truly matters. Resilience is also a reminder that you are not defined by the actions of others. The betrayal may have shaken your foundation, but it does not diminish your worth or your capacity to build a life of meaning and fulfillment. Each time you choose to move forward, you are reclaiming your power and proving to yourself that you are stronger than the challenges you face. The journey may not be easy, but it is through this process that you rediscover your own potential. The strength of resilience lies in its ability to transform adversity into empowerment. It is the quiet, persistent belief that no matter how difficult the moment, you have the power to rise above it. Betrayal may have knocked you down, but it cannot keep you there. Resilience is your declaration that you will not only survive, but thrive, emerging from the experience with a deeper sense of self and an unshakable belief in your ability to overcome anything. When betrayal strikes, it's easy to feel powerless, as though someone else's actions have stolen the narrative of your life. But the truth is, you hold the pen. You control how betrayal defines you. While you cannot change what has happened, you have the power to choose what comes next. It's not the betrayal itself, but your response to it that will shape your future. The path forward is yours to decide, and within that decision lies your ultimate freedom and strength. The choices you make in the wake of betrayal become a declaration of who you are and who you aspire to be. You can let the pain harden you, allowing bitterness and lassitude to control you, or you can seize the pain and use it to fuel you. You can go to the very root causes and find meaning in the pain, resentment to take root, or you can use the experience as an opportunity to grow and transform. Choosing growth doesn't mean minimizing the hurt or ignoring the impact of betrayal. It means refusing to let it become the defining story of your life. You are not what happened to you. You are how you rise above it. This choice requires courage, for it asks you to take responsibility for your own healing and future. It demands that you shift your focus away from what was lost and toward what can be built. In doing so, you reclaim your power. You decide that while you cannot control others' actions, you will not allow their choices to dictate your happiness or your sense of self-worth. You take the reins of your life and steer it toward a vision that aligns with your values, your aspirations, and your dignity. When you control how betrayal defines you, you are no longer trapped in a narrative of victimhood. Instead, you craft a story of resilience and empowerment. You demonstrate to yourself and the world that you are capable of transcending even the deepest wounds. This isn't about denying the pain or pretending it didn't happen. It's about choosing not to let that pain overshadow the light within you. It's about using the experience to gain clarity about who you are, what you deserve, and where you're headed. By taking control of the narrative, you also set new boundaries and expectations. You define what you will and will not tolerate in your relationships and in your life. This process of redefining yourself is an act of liberation. It frees you from the grip of betrayal and allows you to step into a life that reflects your strength and your values. You become a person who is not defined by the actions of others, but by your own choices, principles, and vision for the future. Betrayal is not the end of your story, it is a chapter. Painful, yes, but also rich with the potential for growth and transformation. By taking control of how it defines you, you turn the page and begin writing a new narrative, one that reflects not the wounds you've endured, but the strength, resilience, and wisdom you've gained. In doing so, you reclaim your life and affirm that your future is yours to shape, no matter what challenges you have faced. This has never been more important than right now. When trust is betrayed, it's natural to feel disoriented, as if the ground beneath you has been pulled away. In that moment, you may feel like everything you thought you knew is now in question. But even in the midst of such upheaval, there is an opportunity, a chance to turn inward and reconnect with your core values. It is in these moments of uncertainty that your principles become your anchor, guiding you back to stability and purpose. Reconnecting with your values is not just about finding your footing again, it's about strengthening your foundation so that nothing can shake you quite as deeply again. And that's exactly what a reconnection means in the context of this book. Betrayal often reveals what you truly stand for. It shines a harsh light on the boundaries that were crossed, the promises that were broken, and the principles that were disregarded. Instead of letting the betrayal diminish you, you can use it as a mirror to reflect on what matters most to you. It's a chance to clarify the kind of life you want to lead, the kind of relationships you want to nurture, and the kind of person you aspire to be. These realizations may come through pain, but they also bring clarity and strength. When you reconnect with your values, you reclaim a sense of control over your life. You're no longer tethered to the chaos caused by someone else's actions. Instead, you are grounded in your own principles, principles that no one else can take away from you. This grounding provides a sense of stability that allows you to move forward with confidence and purpose. You begin to make decisions that align with your values, and in doing so, you create a life that reflects who you truly are. This process is not easy. It requires deep introspection and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. But through this effort, you emerge with a stronger sense of self. You begin to understand that while betrayal may have disrupted your life, it cannot destroy the core of who you are. Your values are yours to define and uphold, and they are what will guide you toward healing and growth. And yes, it is what is necessary. It is what is necessary. This is what will guide you toward healing and growth. Reconnecting with your values also empowers you to set boundaries and expectations for the future. It helps you identify what you will no longer tolerate and what you will prioritize moving forward. This clarity becomes a source of strength, allowing you to navigate relationships and challenges with greater confidence and self-assuredness. It's a declaration that, despite what has happened, you will continue to live a life that aligns with your principles and aspirations. Through this process, you transform the pain of betrayal into a source of empowerment. You take something that could have broken you and use it to build a life rooted in authenticity and integrity. Reconnecting with your values reminds you that your worth is not determined by others' actions, but by the standards you set for yourself. In staying true to those standards, you not only heal but thrive, creating a life that reflects the strength and resilience you've discovered within yourself. Healing from betrayal is not a linear process, and there is no fixed timeline for moving forward. But at some point, the pain that once defined your days must give way to a renewed sense of purpose. Letting go of resentment is not about excusing what happened or minimizing the hurt. It's about freeing yourself from the grip of anger and bitterness so that you can move forward unburdened. Resentment may feel like a shield protecting you from further harm, but in reality it becomes a chain that holds you back. Choosing to let go is not an act of weakness. It is one of the greatest acts of strength and liberation. Resentment feeds on your energy, consuming your thoughts and emotions. It keeps you tethered to the past, replaying the betrayal over and over, as if doing so could somehow change the outcome. But the more you cling to resentment, the more power it has over you. It keeps you stuck, unable to fully embrace the present or envision a brighter future. Letting go is not about forgetting, it's about reclaiming your peace. It's about deciding that you will no longer allow the actions of others to dictate your emotional state or define your sense of self. And so, forgiveness is often misunderstood. It's not about condoning what happened or pretending that the pain wasn't real. It's about releasing yourself from the burden of carrying that pain. It's about acknowledging the hurt, learning from it, and choosing to move forward with clarity and grace. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, not to the person who wronged you. It's an act of self-preservation, a way to break free from the cycle of resentment that threatens to consume you. Letting go also creates space for growth. When you release resentment, you make room for new opportunities, relationships, and experiences to flourish. You allow yourself to see beyond the pain, to recognize the possibilities that lie ahead. This doesn't mean the scars will vanish. They will remain as reminders of what you've endured and overcome. But those scars will no longer define you. They become symbols of resilience and strength, proof that you are capable of rising above even the deepest wounds. The process of letting go is not easy. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a commitment to your own well-being. It's a journey that takes time and effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. When you let go of resentment, you reclaim your power. You decide that your future will not be dictated by the actions of others, but by your own choices and values. You step into a life that is not weighed down by bitterness, but uplifted by hope and possibility. Letting go is an act of liberation. It's a declaration that you will not allow the pain of the past to overshadow the potential of the present. It's a reminder that you are not defined by what happened to you, but by how you choose to rise above it. In letting go, you free yourself to embrace a future filled with healing, growth, and joy. When betrayal shakes your foundation, it often leaves a void, a space that once held trust, connection, or purpose. In that emptiness lies an extraordinary opportunity to rebuild your life, not as it was, but as it could be. The act of rebuilding is not about returning to who you were before the betrayal. It's about evolving into someone stronger, more self-aware, and more aligned with your values and aspirations. Rebuilding your life is an act of courage, a statement that no matter what has happened, you have the power to create a future filled with purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Rebuilding begins with taking small, deliberate steps forward. It's not about erasing the pain or pretending the past didn't happen. It's about using the lessons learned from your experiences to guide you. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a declaration of resilience. It's a reminder that the challenges you face do not define you, but your response to them does. The process of rebuilding is not linear. It's filled with moments of progress and setbacks. But each moment spent moving forward is a victory, proof that you are stronger than the obstacles in your path. This journey requires introspection and a willingness to envision a life that reflects your true self. Betrayal often forces you to confront difficult truths about your relationships, your choices, and even your own vulnerabilities. While this introspection can be painful, it's also a chance to rediscover your passions, your values, and your dreams. You have the opportunity to redefine what success, happiness, and fulfillment mean to you. In doing so, you take ownership of your narrative, ensuring that it reflects your strengths, aspirations, and potential. Rebuilding also means surrounding yourself with people, experiences, and pursuits that uplift and inspire you. It's about creating an environment that nurtures growth and supports your journey toward healing and fulfillment. This might involve setting boundaries, seeking new connections, or pursuing goals that align with your newfound clarity. Each positive choice you make reinforces your sense of agency and reminds you that you have the power to shape your life no matter what has happened. As you rebuild, you begin to see that the betrayal, while painful, has given you a unique perspective and strength. It has revealed your capacity for resilience, your ability to adapt, and your determination to move forward. The process of rebuilding is a testament to your courage, a declaration that you refuse to let the past dictate your future. It's about finding meaning in the pain and using it as a foundation for growth. And rebuilding your life is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about embracing the journey, celebrating your resilience, and trusting that every step forward is a step toward a brighter future. You are not defined by what has been taken from you, but by what you create in its place. Through this process, you prove to yourself and the world that you are capable of not only surviving, but thriving, creating a life that reflects the strength, wisdom, and beauty of your true self. Life has a way of testing us, often in ways we least expect. Betrayal, heartbreak, or setbacks can leave us questioning everything. But it is precisely in these moments that we discover who we truly are. You are not defined by the wounds inflicted upon you, but by the strength with which you rise from them. Each challenge, no matter how painful, holds the seeds of transformation, and every step you take toward healing and growth is a testament to your courage. Remember that your power lies in your ability to choose. You can choose to let pain define you, or you can choose to let it refine you. You can remain stuck in the shadow of what was lost, or you can turn your face toward the light of what is possible. The path forward will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. End of quote. With every boundary you set, every value you uphold, and every step you take toward rebuilding your life, you prove to yourself and the world that you are capable of extraordinary resilience. You have the strength to let go of resentment, the wisdom to reconnect with your values, and the courage to craft a future that reflects your true self. You are not bound by the actions of others or the pain of your past. You are free to create a life filled with purpose, joy, and meaning. Through every hardship, you grow stronger, more self-awareness, and more determined to live authentically. So arisen, manani, wusaji, flash blades. So take that step. Embrace the process of becoming, trust in your ability to heal, to rise, and to thrive. Your story is far from over, and the chapters ahead hold possibilities beyond what you can imagine. The journey is yours to shape, and the future is yours to claim. You are not just surviving. You are growing, learning, and becoming the person you were always meant to be. This is your time. Move forward boldly with the knowledge that you are far stronger than any challenge you face.